ever wondered what it feels like to be completely alone in a vast, empty ocean? Imagine you're calling out for years on end, but no one seems to hear you. That's the mystery surrounding the 52 Hertz whale, often dubbed the loneliest whale in the world. But is this whale truly alone? Or is its story something much deeper? Let's dive into this enigmatic creature's tale and uncover the fascinating science behind this whale's unusual song. The story of the 52 Hertz whale began in the late 1980s when researchers from the US Navy, while using hydrophones to detect submarines, picked up a strange sound. This wasn't just any whale song, it was at a frequency unlike any they'd ever recorded before. 52 Hertz. For comparison, blue whales, which are the largest animals on Earth, usually sing at around 10 to 40 Hertz. Fin whales, another giant species, call at a similarly low range. But this whale's call was strikingly higher pitched, sounding almost like it was out of place in the ocean's symphony. The calls of this whale are highly variable in their pattern of repetition, duration, and sequence, although they are easily identifiable due to their frequency and characteristic clustering. The calls have deepened slightly to around 50 Hertz since 1992, suggesting the whale has grown or matured. The migration track of the 52 Hertz whale is unrelated to the presence or movement of other whale species. Its movements have been somewhat similar to that of blue whales, but its timing has been more like that of fin whales. It is detected in the Pacific Ocean every year, beginning in August-December, and moves out of range of the hydrophones in January-February. It travels as far north as the Aleutian and Kodiak Islands, and as far south as the California coast, swimming between 30 and 70 kilometers, 20 and 40 miles, each day. Its recorded distance traveled per season has ranged from a low of 708 kilometers to a high of 11,062 kilometers in 2002-03. The whale's song was monitored over several years, revealing that it followed migration patterns similar to those of blue and fin whales. However, despite this, there was no indication that the 52 Hertz whale was ever traveling with others of its kind. This sparked the idea that this whale might be swimming alone, its unique frequency possibly preventing it from communicating with other whales. Thus, the legend of the loneliest whale was born. So, why does this whale sing at such an unusual frequency? Scientists aren't entirely sure, but there are a few theories. One possibility is that this whale could be a hybrid between two different whale species, such as a blue whale and a fin whale. Hybrids in nature often show traits from both parent species, and this whale's call could be a result of genetic blending, causing it to sing at a different pitch. Another theory is that the whale may have a physical anomaly. Perhaps something about its vocal cords or anatomy causes it to produce this unique sound. It's also possible that the whale could be an individual with an entirely unique evolutionary adaptation, meaning it's simply one of a kind in its vocalizations. But what makes the story more compelling is the emotional narrative that has surrounded this whale. As humans, we often project our feelings of loneliness and isolation onto animals. When we hear about a whale calling into the abyss at a frequency no one else seems to understand, it strikes a deep chord. We imagine this whale swimming through the oceans, calling out in vain, never getting a response. But is the whale truly lonely? While it's tempting to believe that this whale is swimming the ocean solo, some scientists caution against jumping to conclusions. Whales, after all, don't necessarily need to communicate in the way humans do to feel connected to others. Just because this whale's call is different doesn't mean it's not part of a group, or that it can't interact with other whales on some level. Interestingly, the 52 Hertz whale's movements align with those of blue and fin whales, suggesting that it might travel alongside these species, even if it communicates differently. Whales, like many animals, are highly adaptable and might not need to speak the same language to coexist or find companionship. However, what's perplexing is that despite the whale's migration being tracked for decades, no other whale has been recorded making the same 52 Hertz sound. It continues to stand out as a unique case, leaving room for speculation. Could there be more whales like it, but we just haven't found them? Or is this truly a one-of-a-kind whale? It's easy to see why the story of the 52 Hertz whale has captured so many hearts around the world. Loneliness is a deeply human feeling, and the idea of a whale wandering the ocean alone, unable to communicate with others, strikes a chord with people. The whale has become a symbol of isolation and resilience, and its story has inspired books, documentaries, and even songs. But while it's emotionally compelling, the reality might be less heartbreaking. Whales are not solitary in the way humans define loneliness. Their social structures are different, and just because we don't hear a response to the whale's calls doesn't mean it's entirely alone. It could very well be thriving in its own way, interacting with its environment and possibly with other whales on a level we simply don't understand. In fact, the 52 Hertz whale's continued survival is a testament to its resilience. Whales are long-lived animals, with some species living up to 90 years or more. The fact that the 52 Hertz whale has been tracked for decades suggests that it's been able to find enough food, avoid predators, and navigate the complex ocean environment. This is no small feat for a creature that might be living a life so different from its peers. In the end, the 52 Hertz whale remains an enigma. Is it truly the loneliest whale in the world, or is it just different from the others? The mystery of its song captivates us because it speaks to something deeply human, the desire for connection. But perhaps the real lesson here is that not all loneliness looks the same. This whale, with its unique voice, may not fit into the usual mold, but it has survived and thrived in the vastness of the ocean. Its story is a reminder that sometimes being different is its own kind of strength. So, the next time you think of the 52 Hertz whale, imagine not just the loneliness, but the resilience and adaptability that this extraordinary animal represents. It's a tale that shows us that the ocean is full of wonders, some of which we may never fully understand. And that's what makes the story of animals so endlessly fascinating. And that wraps up today's deep dive into the mystery of the 52 Hertz whale here on the Story of Animals. Whether this whale is truly lonely or simply unique, its tale reminds us just how vast and mysterious our oceans are. If you enjoyed learning about this enigmatic creature, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next exploration into the amazing world of animals. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.